Hey everybody, it's Christine from Financial Dreams with Christine. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. I have something really exciting that I want to share with you. I have created a new savings box challenge that I think you're going to love. So I wanted to take some time and explain to you how it works and show you all about it. So many of you are familiar with the challenges that I've made. A lot of you have been playing them. One of them was called the Enchanted Elves of the Frugal Forest. Another smaller version was called the Heroic Humans of the Frugal Forest, which is like a fantasy role-playing type savings challenge. I have done something similar, but with Greek mythology. Now, if you are fans of Percy Jackson or Hunger Games or anything like that, that takes Greek mythology and puts it into like a modern take, dystopian or whatever, what you will, you might like this game as much as I did creating it. So let's show you what it's called. It's called Mythic Savings, and we have this table of contents here. So what you're going to have is going to have a tracker for the main gods of Olympus. I did include Hades, although he is not an Olympian god. Obviously, he's down in the underworld, but I put the main gods here. And then I have two different random type savings challenges that I'm going to tell you about in a little bit. So the first part is played just like most savings challenge boxes, where you have the cards and you match the card to the tracker. So let me show you the trackers. These aren't in order because when I cut them out I didn't put them back, but it doesn't really matter the order. We've got Hera, Ares, Hestia, Athena, Apollo, Demeter, Dionysus, Hermes, Aphrodite, Zeus, running out of space here, Poseidon, Artemis, and Hades. Now, the way that you match up the card is based on the design at the top. So each card is going to have a different Greek frame or border, and so you match the design. This has a blue design here, and so you can see that that matches with Hera there. And here you see olives, and that matches with Athena here. So there is a way to match the card to the god, and everything on the god savings tracker has something to do with either myths that they're part of or part of what they are in control of. For example, we have Demeter here. She is the goddess of the harvest. So we have Asai, we have wheat, pig, and cornucopia. So all of those have to do with her as a goddess. And let's take a look at Aphrodite. Here she is in her seashell, and her sacred animal was a dove, and she's also associated with apples, swans, and myrtle. So that is that. So each of these can save you a certain amount. When you add up all of the amounts, it's $430. So these trackers will save you $430. They go from $15 all the way up to $55. Okay, so here we have 15 for Apollo. Artemis is 20. Demeter, 25. Aphrodite, 25. Hestia, 25. 30 Ares. 30 Zeus. 35 Hera. 35 Hades. 40 Poseidon. 45 Hermes. 50 Athena. Dionysus, 55. So that is the gods, and that's the cards, and that's how you play that. Okay, but there's more. we have Mythic Minis, which I think are fun. So what I did is I created mini challenges that you could use on Monday Minis or however you like to use them. And they are all based on different myths. So we have the myth of Athena and Arachne. We have the myth of King Midas, Echo and Narcissus, Hades and Persephone, labors of Heracles. And a lot of people think it's Hercules, but in Greek mythology, he was called Heracles. And I'm telling you that because I've been corrected by my daughter multiple times, so stand corrected, people. Theseus and the Minotaur, Daedalus and Icarus, Perseus and Medusa, Pandora's box, and Orpheus and Eurydice. And this one breaks my heart. I just can't. I went to see Hadestown. It's a Broadway show. It just breaks my heart. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, how do these work? These are mini challenges, so it's up to you how much you want to save. So I left this blank for you. So if you wanted to save $20, you would put $20 there, and then you could say, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 icons, so each icon could be $5. Or if you wanted to save $8, then each of these could be $2. You get to determine how much you want to save, and you can just divide that number by the amount of icons. Sometimes they have 4, sometimes they have 5. It all depends, but that's how they work. See, this one has 5, so if you did $20, each icon could be 4. Or if you did $25, each icon could be 5. Or you could even take it up to 50 and say, well, each icon's 10. Or do $10 and each icon is 2. This is all up to you and how much you want to save, and if you can make them low income or you could make them a lot higher. It depends on what you want to do. So these are fully customizable. Okay, so those are the Mythic Minis. So I'm going to put this over here. And wait a minute. Here's their section here, Mythic Minis. Okay, so we have the Mythic Savings trackers. We've got the Mythic Minis, and now it's time for Mythic Quests. So what I did, I used a quest component because a lot of people seem to like that and how random it was and how you don't know how much you're going to be able to save. So I created a demigod. If you know Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief and that series by Rick Riordan, you know that Percy Jackson was the son of Poseidon. And so he had special powers because he was half human, half god, demigod. So I created a demigod, and I created a demigod and gave them a backstory. So the backstory is based on this demigod named Lycoria, which I just kind of made up, and Lycoria is the daughter of Apollo. I did make up avatars, so if you wanted to have a face to her, you could do your Lycoria. You could pick whichever version you wish, but there's all different avatars for Lycoria. So here she is. She is the daughter of Apollo, if you wanted to put a face to a name. Okay, and there are 8 different quests that Lycoria can go on to prove herself to her father Apollo and to earn his eternal reward and blessings. So there is that random component where it will tell you after you complete the quest what to roll, and then you can save that reward. And some of them are spicy. If they're too spicy, you can modify that, and you can always, like, if it says roll a 20-sided die, you can roll a 4-sided die instead, or you can change it. Nothing is set in stone. It is up to you to save what you can and what you want. So that is a video explaining this savings box challenge. So we have the savings trackers, we have the minis, and we have the quest line. So I hope that you think this is pretty cool. I'm going to start playing it soon. I am just starting the Heroic Humans of the Frugal Forest. I might actually play this at the same time because I'm really excited about it. Right now in my classroom, I teach 5th grade, so we've been reading Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and my students are obsessed. So this kind of idea came from my classroom and what we're doing in class, and Percy Jackson just defeated Medusa, and so we're at really exciting parts in the book, and that motivated me to create something that we could do together for our savings challenges. So that is that. This is going to be available on my Etsy shop, and let me know if you get it. Let me know if you start playing. You can tag me in it. I'd love to keep track of what you're saving and cheer you on, and follow along on your journey. So take care. It was fun to explain this to you, and I can't wait to see who plays. Have a great day. Bye.